What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lambo Plays podcast. This is episode number 22. I'm joined here by my co-host. It's none other than Timothy Troiano. What's up, Tim? Are you ready for this awesome freaking card?
This is a shit show.
No. This one puts all the rest of the cards to shame. Come on, let's be honest here. This card here is incredible. I can't wait to get into these Lambo plays here. I went out to dinner today with the wife. We had some Benihana. I'm a little on the tipsy side, so don't hold it against me if I talk some shit during this show, but it is what it is. We're going to have some fun. We have two great guests here with us today. And without further ado, let me bring them in. First off, we have the guy that's loved by Sean Orr. It's Mr. MMA Giga Chad. What's up, Chad?
How's it going, guys?
Are you ready for this card? The guy's always downing beers, guys. Don't hold it against him. It's just a thing. But are you ready for this?
It's a tough card to get ready for. There's a lot of excitement, but I'm pretty ready for it, I think.
Okay. I like it. If you're ready for this card, I think you're ready for like LFAs and all that other stuff, because LFA cards might be better than this one. But then we're going to have our other guest here. I think she is going to make her first appearance ever on maybe any podcast. I'm not sure, but it's definitely the first appearance on the Lambo Plays podcast. Here she is, Minna. How you doing? Is known as Mbe. Welcome to the podcast. Are you ready to give out some Lambo plays?
Hi, thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'm excited for this card.
You need to give out some Lambo plays because we got Daz in the house, who's always looking for those Lambos. We got Lou, who's known to actually only play Lambos. Then we got the man, the myth, the legend right here. George is in the house. I don't know what time it is over there in China, but this dude is ready to go, rocking and rolling. Wacky Iraqi's in the house also. And Uncle Wheezy, the ass shaver himself, is in the house, along with Sean. Thomas is here. We're ready to go. We got 18 people already in here. I'm sure we're going to up that number. But let's move on to fight number one. It is probably the fight of the night. It is Dean Barry going up against Mike Jackson. Tim, before you give us a Lambo play, can you please tell us a little something about these two fighters?
Every time I'm going to really have to do this. Every time anybody says Mike Jackson, I'm going to do like a Sherman or like a something to get it going, because there's only a few ways to celebrate this fight, and that's one way. So you have like a journalist slash photographer in Mike Jackson, Sherman, that he pretty much he's just sent here to get killed. I like some. I'm going to give some different like bets, like style bets. We're going to go like there's going to be some lower level Lambos, but there's going to be some definite degen shots on some minute props. I like Barry to finish under a half of a round on DK is plus 300 because the round one is only plus 135, which I like as well, but that's not high enough. So I think he finishes this pretty quickly. And if you want to get greasy on it, it's like each minute, if you think he finishes in the first minute, it's like 8-1. So you can take risks on that if you want. But I like the finishes it in the first half of the first round at plus 300 for Barry. I think Mike Jackson, he is about to get killed.
Tim, that's why I like you. You're a true degenerate. Even in this damn fight, you're looking for Lambo plays. Chad, since Tim couldn't tell us anything about Mike other than can you tell us a little something about this guy, Mike Jackson here?
I'll tell you that he was robbed of a victory in the UFC, getting a fight overturned to a no contest for a little bit of the devil's lettuce, I think is ridiculous. Man is undefeated, undisputed, and he's going to bring it tomorrow.
All right, but you still didn't give us a Lambo play.
Well, you asked me to tell you a little something.
Yeah, but you're going to have to top it off with a Lambo play.
So I had a lot of fun looking into this fight, and the stakes are high for me because Dean Barry promised to send me money if he wins. to pay for mental counseling for me. So that's 100% serious, by the way. So I was looking at it. Mike Jackson, how good of a read can you have on him at this point? It's been years away. I do think that this is obviously a setup match for Barry. They're giving him a win. Do I love the first round KO? Not too much. Sorry, Tim. I like your minute props and whatnot, but if you're looking at like Dean Barry round 1 KO, it's plus 125. Doesn't do it for me. So I was looking, maybe he doesn't get him out of there right away. Mike Jackson is a little tough. He's in there to scrap after 4 years. Doesn't want to go away in a round. I like the round 2 KO prop plus 475. Not a bad look. I think he's there to get finished. If it doesn't happen round 1, round 2 at that price is good for me.
All right. Round 2 KO there for Chad. Mina, sorry. I messed up. You did say it's Mina. I'm so sorry. Mina, what do you got here for your Lambo play?
I'm not going to bet this, but maybe like Dean Barry by submission. Because did Gall like drop him and then he submitted him, right? Or is that what happened?
Are you talking about Mike Jackson?
No, sorry. No, yeah.
Are you talking Mike Jackson?
Mickey.
No,
she
asked
right?
if Mickey Gall took him down or if he knocked him down and then subbed him. I'm not sure. I think that he took him down, but
I think he took him down. And you're talking about Mike Jackson, right? He took him down and subbed him. So you're going with the sub prop?
Maybe he'll get a submission, like drop him and do that. It's plus 450.
So a club and sub from Dean Barry, it is you could actually get 550.
If I could interject.
Yeah, interject. Go ahead.
Dean Barry a few years back was subbed by Anthony Taylor. For those of you that don't know who Pretty Boy is, he is not a fighter. He's not an MMA fighter. He's a boxer.
What is he best known for?
For boxing.
No, but what something in specific that he did?
Pretty Boy.
No, you don't know.
Tommy Fury, right? Or Jake Paul.
No, he fought the Paul brothers. Do you remember?
I wasn't keeping up during that point of the saga.
That's what happened. But he's not even a good boxer. But yeah, you're right.
He subbed him. I
have no idea how, honestly. But so Mba's going with the sub here for Dean Barry. And to be honest, I honestly can't give anybody with good faith a Lambo play here. I can't. This line is stupid. Looking at this guy on the scales, man, Dean Barry looked freaking terrible, dude. I don't know if it was me, but like the guy looks so out of shape. How is this guy minus 1,000? I don't understand. Like Mike Jackson sucks, but this guy doesn't show like he's like, I know he's some kind of like striker or world champion kickboxer or whatever. Like, but he's not like all that of a striker. Like, I don't even like his striking, man. It's like, how is this guy minus 1,000? This is what I don't understand with this.
Makes
guy.
No sense.
Minus 1,800 right now.
Like, I honestly don't get it. Like, I don't blame if you're playing Mike Jackson, even though this guy sucks, I 100% don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't know. Ozzy said that Mike Jackson was a brown belt. I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know if it's legit, if the guy, but honestly, if I found that this guy is a brown belt, I 100% would have played him by submission because the other guy, when you watch the fight against the Middle Eastern Abdullah Al-Bashiri, like he's terrible on the ground, Dean Barry. He was getting side control to like getting pounded, like giving up his back, like a lot of bad stuff on the ground.
Mike Jackson by submission is 35-1.
I honestly,
it's
he's a brown belt.
I mean, like legitimately, like seriously, you have to maybe throw like Starbucks money at that.
Let me say this, and this is like to like top it off, right? It's not my Lambo play. I'm not saying it is. I don't blame you for doing it, but if Anthony Taylor, who's a boxer, who has probably under a white belt, if there is such a thing, submitted this guy, then I'm pretty sure Mike Jackson can submit this guy. That's all I'm saying.
I think I might be lined lower to sub him than Mike Jackson.
I'm serious. Like this is insanity. These lines are insanity. I don't know. Dean Barry, he's maybe some killer that we don't know about, but they've been making this fight for like this is the third time. I don't get it.
Tiny sprinkle, just a tiny sprinkle on the 35
Tell me why.
Anyways,
that's enough. It was kind of like a just a pissed off thing about this fight. I don't understand it. The GOAT is in the house. He says, Fantastic Four. I like it, GOAT. Thank you. PayPal's also here. Papa Chuck is here. Mushroom finally made his appearance. Whoa, what is this? But what about Chi? Oh, we're getting to that. Don't worry, Tajik. We are getting there. I'm going to make you really happy tonight. But moving on, it is fight number 2. It is Marcin Prachniow going up against Felipe Lins. Chad, you can kick this one off.
It's an honor. Hell of a fight put together right here. Lins moving down from heavyweight is always something to note with guys moving down a weight class. And he hasn't fought in 2 years so kind of hard to know what to expect from him here. Both guys have been knocked out many times. Both guys have knocked out guys many times. So what I say here might be a little contrary to that, but I think that Prachniow could very well win an outside sort of fight, chopping the legs, karate style, play it safe, and have this go to a decision with him taking it. All with a grain of salt, because it is two big boys that they've both found the chin many times and they've both been knocked out. But I do think it's a higher percentage play than the line is showing it. I saw it at plus 450. So at that, I'll take a stab. I think this is going to be an ugly fight. I think Prachniow is going to play it very safe, and I think a decision win is likely.
All right. Decision win there for Chad. Mina, what do you have for your Lambo play on this fight here, Lins versus Prachniow?
I think I like Lins by like round 1 TKO KO. It's plus 500 on DraftKings. He looked good on the scales. I don't know what to say about this. He got knocked out by Sam Alvey, so I don't think he fixed his chin. I don't know. I don't trust. I think Lins is the side. I can't believe he's not the favorite.
All right. So round 1 KO for Mina. I'm right there with her, honestly. I don't understand why Lins is not the favorite here. I know he's dropping down in weight, and his chin is suspect. But like, is Marcin Prachnio's chin good? Like, Ike Villanueva hurt the hell out of this guy. If you go watch that fight, like 2-3 different times, this guy was hurt. He was on skates against Ike Villanueva. This guy.
Sorry.
Well, go ahead. What?
I was like, who takes Ike to the? He finished him in the second round, right?
Yeah, he finished him in the second round.
Takes him to the second round.
I mean, he lost the first round. He was getting killed in that first round.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird that Ike went to the second round. I feel like he's only been like finished in the first.
Well, this is the funny thing, though. Here's the funny thing with Prachniow, right? And this is the truth, after the Mike Rodriguez fight, when he got knocked out 3 straight times, everybody and their mothers bet on Khalil Roundtree by KO and under, and you name it in that fight. And somehow that fight went to the distance, right? I lost money. I think everybody lost money on that, right? Then he comes back. He fights Ike Villanueva, gets rocked like hell. So his chin is still fucked up, guys, because he got rocked against Roundtree really bad. Roundtree just didn't go for the finish. I don't understand what he was doing. He rocked him 2 different times in that fight. Didn't go for the finish, whatever. So he comes back against Ike, gets rocked again very bad, and then somehow survives, and then he wins in round 2. Now he's fighting a guy, in my opinion, Lins, hits much harder than Ike Villanueva. I think, he hits equally as hard as a bunch of these guys that have knocked him out. Lins hits very hard. And to me here it's yes, 2 guys that don't have very good chins, but one that actually has a lot more power, in my opinion, and that's Lins. Now, him coming down to 205, is that going to affect his chin even more? It might. I don't know. But I still trust Lins a lot more than I trust Prachniow. And, Lins KO plus 310 is stupid because I think he gets to knock out Prachniow probably more than 50% of the time, and I'm getting plus 310. So give me Lins by KO plus 310. I don't even mind, like Mina said, round 1 KO. I think this happens.
It's
I love
750.
Yeah, I mean, I like that.
FanDuel is plus 750.
I like Lins straight up. I like the under in this fight, under 2.5. Like under 2.5, it's only minus 200. One of these guys is getting killed. I'm telling you. Lins is super, super aggressive too. So my play is Lins by KO plus 310. Tim, what do you got here?
It's funny because like I have 3 props that are written down. I have Lins by KO plus 310, KO 1 plus 750, and I have Prachniow points at plus 470. Like it's kind of the way I see it going is like I literally have all 3 of them going like, okay, it's kind of tough to pick, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you and Mina on this one. I think it's going to happen. Prachniow is weird. Like the only thing that scares me about it is like Linz's speed advantage coming down from heavyweight is going to be a little bit not as good. So that kind of scares me a little bit. But I don't know. Sometimes these guys come out and they show that they have a chin when they like got knocked out in a pillow fight and their daughters like pillow fight parties. And they come back in the next fight, they can get hit by like a sledgehammer and they live. I can't think of like somebody off the top of my head, but we all know like fighters like this that we've bet against inside the distance and they somehow live. I think that's what he did against Roundtree, as well as Roundtree being like a Jekyll and Hyde fighter more than like anybody in the world. So sometimes he goes for the kill like he did the last couple fights, and other times he just does nothing. So I think that's why we lost a big bag on that one, but I'll never do that again. But I like the Lins KO 310. I like the KO 1 plus 750.
Listen, run to the hills if you have Caesars and bet the minus 175 fight doesn't go to distance, because that line is stupid. It's stupid. I'm telling you guys. I got minus 200 on BetMGM, and I think that line's really stupid. So it's minus 175. Somebody's getting killed, smaller ring. I think it's going to be Prachniow, but again, the drop to 205 a little bit, it scares me a little. I'm not going to lie.
I think it was Ozzy that said it though. Light heavyweight and heavyweight, the smaller ring makes less of a difference because they all have no footwork anyways. So I'm partial to agree with that.
I mean, yes, but I still think that the smaller ring favors the doesn't go because they're bigger dudes, right? The 205 dudes, like anybody like I think like welterweight, even maybe middleweight and above, like this smaller ring has got to favor like doesn't go.
It's just so much easier to just cut
off
angles.
Yeah, you can cut off angles quicker. If you're one of those guys that likes movement, there's not a lot of movement for you, especially because they're bigger dudes. Right.
No,
so
for sure.
But yeah, we'll move on. Fight number 3. It is Preston Parsons going up against Evan Elder. Mina, you can kick this one off. What do you have here for your Lambo play?
I didn't really look into this fight, but I do. I remember Parsons fought Rodriguez, right?
Yeah. Rodriguez.
He got smashed.
Yeah.
You can pass if you don't look at it. But that's your only pass for the day. Do not do
no,
it.
No, because I want to pass on the Dwight one.
All right. So what's your play here?
Parsons submission, I guess.
All right. Parsons submission is fair. It's not a Lambo play, but it's right there. You can get a Toyota Corolla with it. I think it's like plus 220. Yeah, it's plus 225. I don't mind that play at all. All right. Parsons by submission for Mina. For me, I don't really love anything here, but I'm gonna go with Parsons round 3 plus 1100. Just kind of the reasoning that I have here is I have a bet on Parsons at minus 110. I got in at minus 110. Line has moved. It's like minus 140 now. But like going back and watching the Rodriguez fight, like honestly, he didn't look as bad as it seems. Like he landed on Rodriguez in that fight. He took some big shots from Rodriguez and kept coming forward in that first round. Obviously, Rodriguez ended up finishing him. It was a short notice fight. Remember that? It was very short notice, if I remember correctly. I think it was like maybe 2 days notice on that fight. He's got a full camp here, and Elder is the short notice guy coming up a weight class. The one thing I will say is Parsons is a beast. Like, guy is pretty jacked, pretty strong grappler, is good on the ground. I just overall think, Elder's up against it here. I'm a little higher on Parsons than others are. I'm not saying he's a great fighter. I just think, he's the much bigger guy here. He's fighting at his natural weight class, and this guy's coming up a weight division. I just think it's Parsons' fight to lose here. And the one thing I did see with Elder is, I know Parsons ended most of his fights early, but the one fight I watched, Elder against Andruzia, the one where he finished in the 3rd round, last fight, man, he was freaking gassed big time in that 2nd round. Like, he dug deep, but so was Andruzia. Andruzia was gassed as well. So I don't think his gas tank is very good either, to be honest. So I took a shot. It's not something I love, like I said, but Parsons round 3 plus 1100 is what I went with. Tim.
Yeah, I didn't do too much tape on this. I just watched one fight each on these guys. I did. It doesn't take long to tape Parsons, but I only did one fight on Elder. I don't know. I don't like Parsons very much, to be honest. I don't know. I just don't. It's one of those situations where I think that if Elder can stuff a few takedowns, he can get him out. I don't mind the KO prop, but it's too low. It's 225. Either one, KO 1, KO 2. I agree with you. He's not going to get him out in the 3rd round. So plus 450 round 1, plus 750 round 2 for KO, or KO plus 225 on DK. Not bad looks for Elder. I want no part of this. I don't want very much of this fight at all, to be honest. There's a lot of this is one of those 1-800 gambler fights. Like, just, you don't need to put money on this one.
Call me a gambler because I bet Parsons.
Oh, I am too. So I need to keep that number on speed dial. So we're good. Yeah.
All right. Let's go over to Chad. What do you got here, Chad?
Yeah, so not my favorite fight of the night. I had similar leans to you, Mike, when I looked into it. I will say, though, Mr. Evan Elder has a title fight booked 3 weeks after this one. So it takes a lot of confidence, to have a fight booked 3 weeks after a fight. So I think he knows he's going to win this. But that being said, I think the only play I would make here, and I actually might make it right now, is to play Parsons round 3 by sub plus 1400. Other than that, there's nothing that I really enjoy. You can look at the Toyota Corolla plays, like you said, Parsons sub plus 225, Elder KO plus 225. Either are okay, but the round 3 sub prop, not bad. I mean, given the odds, I like it. I don't love the gas tank of Elder, especially. I know he's preparing for a fight, but it's different. So I like that round 3 sub. If I had gun to my head, I got to make a bet, I'll make that one.
All right. Parsons round 3 submission. I like it. We are on the same side there. With that being said, we will move on. Fight number 4, Aori Kaolang going up against Cameron Eells. I was torn between 2 bets here. I have a bet on both of these, like as track plays, but I went with Aori round 3 KO plus 1300. Aori has a great gas tank. He's shown that, he still carries power really deep into fights. Go watch the Molina fight. He had more. If he had probably a minute more, he probably would have knocked out Molina, but he didn't. Like I said, he carries power late. He throws with a lot of power. He's a zombie when it comes to getting hit. So I doubt Cameron Eells is going to be able to knock this guy out. Like, this guy is an honest to God zombie. Like, he's taking shot after shot like nothing and keeps walking forward and asking for more in that fight against Molina. So it was pretty funny. It was a crazy war. But the one thing about Cameron Eells, man, like, I don't kind of trust his chin, especially when it gets a little deeper into fights. Like, I don't know if it's his cardio / chin or what's going on there, but he's been knocked out a good number of times, like in round 2, I think twice or 3 times. He survived the first round against Kyler Phillips. He almost got ended at the end of that fight, but he made it out to the second round and basically got killed. But the other bet that I was kind of like pushing for, that I was thinking about, was Eells by submission, because I think he's the much better grappler. Guy's a BJJ black belt, so he knows what he's doing on the ground. I just don't know if he can get it on the ground. So that's why I went with my official play is Aori round 3 KO plus 1,300. He has the much better cardio. He carries his power late. I think that right there is live if this fight gets to round 3. Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate anybody taking a shot on Eells sub round 1. That's like 15-1. I'm not going to take. I mean, I'll take like a slight stab at that as like a hedge. I like Aori here pretty big. I think I like the KO prop. I've bet the KO prop individually. Obviously, it's not big enough. I don't think it gets to round 3. I think he gets him out in potentially either the end of the first round or in the second round. And the second round KO is both on FanDuel and DK is plus 600. So I'll take a shot on those, and I'll hedge on your round 3. I don't mind that as well, but got the KO prop for Aori. Got the I bet this fight doesn't go pretty hard. I like violence in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I like round 2 too. I just round 3 was a little bit of a bigger number, and I'm a 1-800 gambler. So, Chad, since you Sean says you look handsome and you're over there, getting red cheeks and everything, you're getting all blushy. Go ahead.
That's from the beer.
Oh, that's from the beer. All right, we're not going to say it's from Sean. All right, we're going to blame
that's actually my YouTube account.
All right, give us the play here on Aori Kaolang and Cameron Eells. What do you got?
I've heard people say it's a Richie Lang, so I don't know, but I won't try to say his name. We're all on a similar wavelength here. I do have questions. I don't like to bet on fighters moving up in weight usually, because this is the fight is at 135, I believe, right? So, Elsie's he's round 1 finish dependent, right? If he doesn't finish the fight in round 1, he's toast. So I did like your round 3 KO. I actually looked at round 2 KO, same as Tim, plus 600. I like that play. I put a little bit of cash on that, but I think I might add on round 3 KO because it's live to hit too. If you get a little nervous, you can throw a couple dollars on Eells round 1, but outside of round 1, he's not winning this fight. Let's be real here. I'll eat my words if it happens, but I really, really doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this, whatever you want to call his name, Aori, Kaori, whatever. Richie Lang or whatever. Like, he's durable, dude. Like, I think the only way else is by submission if he stops him. I don't think he knocks this dude out. I don't see it. But, Mina, what is your Lambo play here?
I think this line is crazy, though. Like, I feel like it's 50-50.
Oh, the fight?
line on Aori, I think it's 50-50. So, okay. I don't but I do like Aori's durability, but I feel like if he does, I think it might be in round 1, because I feel like they're just gonna swing.
So Aori round 1.
I know it's plus 250 on DraftKings, but I feel like there was better.
Plus 340 on FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel, you got it.
All right, so. Mina,
but do you guys not think it's live for round 1?
I mean, it's possible.
More likely.
The way Cameron fights, it's definitely possible. And Aori is swinging for the fences.
Yeah,
and I feel like there's all the remember Chris Montino and all that stuff. They got hit. They get hit a lot, and then they're just gonna be not durable. Like Dana Baccarel or whatever. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't get hit that much, but you know what I'm saying. I think he can get knocked out because he's been dropped at 125, so maybe 135. Eells is pretty big, so yeah, maybe KO. Yeah.
So you're going with Aori?
But I'm gonna go. No, I think round 1. Yeah.
With Lang or else?
I'm sorry, Aori.
Aori. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
plus. Yeah, it's a plus 340. It's not a bad play. Like they're going to be swinging, like you said. I do believe they're going to be swinging. I just wonder if Else is going to be a little smarter and maybe try to grapple. I don't know. Who knows? I think that's his probably best path if he tries to grapple because he's the much better grappler. But again, I don't know if he's going to do that because he usually doesn't. He tries to swing for the fences.
I just put a Starbucks bet on Else by a sub in round 1. I think that's the way he gets him if he gets him.
I think so too. What is sub 1?
15-1.
Wow.
Oh, great bet.
That is not a bad bet.
He's like older too, right? So it's kind of like, I guess
this guy is like, yeah, but Aori, like, come on, let's be honest. You think this guy is 28 years old looking at his picture? Guy is not 28 years old.
No, he's got to be like 36.
Yeah, I said he's
There's
lucky.
no way he'd be this durable if he was 36.
Don't make me bring out the Yadong song meme again.
Uh-oh. Well,
hey, Yadong said he had to lie to fight at that promotion or whatever. He looks young. You guys think
Aori does not look young to me.
I think she was talking about Song.
Oh, Song. Yeah,
Song's been fighting since he was 13 years old.
But he does look young. Yeah, Song.
Yeah, dude. Song was coming out of like middle school, and they were having him fight like professional killers. Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, all right, let's do this."
All right, let's move on. It is fight number 5. It is Tyson Pedro making his comeback, going up against the aforementioned Ike Villanueva. Kick this one off, Tim. What do you got?
Well, I don't understand why the sub line is wider than the KO line here for Tyson. I think that if he's really interested in winning this fight in the easiest way possible, he'll go, like power double leg and take him down and just take his back, or hit him once or twice, get him to turn his back, and then take his neck. I mean, like, I can see a sub round 1 like very clearly in my mind. So I bet that one. So sub 1-1 plus 340. Don't mind it. Again, I think like the ground and pound is definitely there, but I think the sub is the way that he's going to go. And the Villanueva is just one of the worst. Like, he's great, like the depression great when you talk about how bad he is off of his back, BJJ wise. So it's like, I don't know. I think the sub is way more live than the KO here. So give me that. I like that line.
All right. Round 1, Pedro by submission. Chad, what do you got here?
You know what? I like that, Tim. I do. I was going to say during my breakdown here that I've seen a lot of people that are smashing Pedro round 1 KO, and I understand the reasoning behind it, right? Hurricane Ike, he likes to get killed in round 1 or 30 seconds into round 2. I get it. I do think I agree with Tim that if you're going to go for easiest path to victory, he's got to take him down and sub him, right? Do I trust him to do that? I don't know. So this was a tough one for me to decide on. I was waffling between hitting the round 2 KO prop for Pedro, just because, I mean, people meme on Hurricane Ike, but how many times has he been KO'd in round 1? I know he had the doctor stoppage with Wright, and his last time out against Negumarani, he did get killed in a minute. But other than that, he likes to lose in round 2, So I don't hate the number round 2 KO plus 575. I like that, but I would throw a little money on the subline too. Actually, now that Tim's brought it up, it's just I wouldn't go too heavy on it because I kind of expect him to bang. I don't know why, but I just feel like he's going to come out there and fight him. He's not going to take the path of least resistance. If he does, I'll be really impressed and I'll be happy for Tim. But I don't know. I don't really expect him to.
I could definitely see him KOing him more in round 2, like you're saying, than the sub in 2. Like, if he subs him, I think it's because I think he gets down and he just kills him and he's dry.
Right.
And
if he's going for the right game plan, he should.
Right. I can definitely see what you're saying though. If he doesn't shoot takedowns and he actually stands with him for a little bit and he beats him up a little bit and maybe Ike has a little success. Maybe he cage pushes or something like that. Yeah, I could see that happening too. That's not a bad line. I think I'm going to hit that.
Plus 575 seems crazy to me. Come on.
I'll tell you why you think he's going to be banging, because that's what Pedro likes to do. Like, go watch his fights.
Well,
like,
I did.
Guy likes to sit there and bang, man. Like it's like it's not rocket science. He just likes throwing hands. I mean, he has a bunch of subs, but go look at the tape. Like, he is throwing hands in a lot of these fights, man. Mina, what is your Lambo play here?
Actually, like, there's like a couple. I feel like I was thinking round 2 because I was thinking like like time off and blah blah. So like round 2 submission would be 900. Pedro round 2 is plus 350 on DraftKings, and then like I think the only way Ike wins is round 1 KO, so that's like plus 1400. They're gonna bang like somebody, like maybe he might be desperate. Like
I mean, let's be honest. What's Ike's path to win here?
Round 1 KO.
I don't know how much power he actually does. He have like actually that much power?
I mean, I just, I like I said, I don't know about Prachniows' chin, but he hurt Prachniow pretty good 2 fights ago. Like,
that's
really
definitely not the example you want to use, though.
No, it's not. Like I said, it's not. But let's look outside of that, though.
He's not pillow fist.
The guy has a bunch.
Right.
He has a bunch of KOs. Like, he's obviously has some power.
Within a minute.
Yeah, he has some power, and Pedro's chin is not the best. I'll say that too.
Right.
And he's coming off a 3-year layoff. Like that's ring rust is a real thing.
So 15 of his wins.
What?
15 of his wins are by KO.
There you go. I mean, 15
out of 18.
Yeah. So
how many are in round 1?
A bunch.
Probably.
But most of them are within like 1 minute.
Most.
Does he have like bad cardio?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
It's not terrible, but it's just his fights don't get extended, so we don't really like. Of late, go look, like he's never been past the 56 second mark of round 2, so we don't even know.
Yeah, the under 1.5. There's a bunch of under 1.5s that are really beautiful, like on this card. Like they're not Lambos, but there's like
6 seconds against Prachniow in the second round.
I mean, this was one of my favorite bets of the card, like non-Lambo, like an under 1.5. I think is going to happen here. Like, most likely Pedro killing this guy, but if Pedro does have ring rust and his chin is still kind of shitty, like, can Ike knock him out? Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Ike is kind of fast, right? I didn't really watch this one too much.
Ike's got fast enough hands, honestly.
I mean,
that's what I was.
My Lambo play here is like, it's got to be submission round 1 for Pedro. Like, it's plus 340. I think this fight ends in round 1. I don't think it goes past round 1. And like Mina said, like, round 1 KO for Ike. If you're gonna bet anything with Ike, like, bet round 1 KO or even KO. Like, I think KO is like plus 1,000. Like, why would you even bet his money line? His money line, he's not winning a decision, and I just don't think this fight ever gets to a decision. First of all, so
round 1 KO for Ike is plus 2,000. Like,
is it 2,000?
Plus 2,000. I see on Bet Online right
better.
now. Plus 2,000, which is.
I'm just looking on DraftKings.
Oh,
yeah, I might even bet that. Honestly,
that's his entire win condition. You have money on. Did you bet Pedro money line, or you have money on this fight?
No. I got the under. I just got the under 1.5.
But that line is ridiculous. Like, you can't go wrong.
Plus 2,000. Like, just sprinkle something on it. Why not?
Throw it in a Degen parlay.
Two leg parlay, dude.
Yeah, after sprinkling,
bump it up to 35 to 1.
If we keep listening to Tim and say, hey, throw some Starbucks money. Well, Marcus mentioned Starbucks is expensive. Can you tell us, throw some Dunkin' money on it or something? Like, what's with this Starbucks stuff?
Stand donuts, dude. Same thing. I can't do this shit, dude. We got a high level here, man. We're Lambos. We're Lambos here.
All right, let's move on. It is fight number 6. It is Dwight Grant versus Sergey Kondusku, who's known as Honda or something like that. Chad, what do you got here?
Oh, excuse me. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, this was one we talked about a little bit in the lobby that I was like, I don't really love this fight. I don't have the strongest reads on it, so I would say don't listen to me too much on this one. I do like one Lambo play here and one Honda play. I think Dwight Grant round 1 KO, not a bad look at plus 700. He does carry good power. I know he's been to a lot of decisions, but he hits hard. So I don't hate that. And I think if we're going to look at the other path to victory, that Kondusku, or however you want to pronounce it, decision plus 175, a little Honda play. That's all I got here. Not my favorite fight of the night.
Listen, I got to give you props. You gave a Honda play for a guy that nickname is Honda. I mean, what?
Oh, shit. That is true.
I thought he was the Candyman.
I didn't even realize.
Mina, what do you got for your Lambo play here?
I was gonna pass on this fight, but I mean, I think like the split decision.
You're muted, Mike.
She stole my damn play and she was passing.
Because I thought someone's gonna say it, so I was like, I'm gonna pass this. So
yeah, why pass? It's a beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you give us your Lambo play. Is that what it is? The split decision is wonderful here. I'm gonna tell you guys something. That and when Chad said it, and I said, there's a Lambo play that I love here. I'm gonna give you a stat, Chad.
I'm kidding.
4 out of his last 6 fights are by split decision. Grant, 4 out of 6. The guy, the way he fights, other fighters are hesitant against him. They don't throw volume. So every one of his fights is extremely close when it doesn't get ended. So if you watch Kondusku, he's not like a big volume guy. He waits a lot. So this is like, honestly, is a fight that's written on the wall that's going to go to split decision. And you're getting plus 1,100 and plus 900. Like I bet both of them, like, because Dwight Grant is a walking split decision at this point. 4 out of his last 6. I mean, you don't need any more. And I think Kondusku has been like a couple of times to split himself. So just watching the way Grant, it's Grant that dictates kind of like the low volume, the fact that this fight might go to split decision. I know there's mushrooms writing draw, but I don't see draw here, honestly. I don't see someone getting a 10-8. Like, not one of these guys have like superb cardio compared to the others. Not like Kondusku has like great cardio, because I didn't really see it in his fights, and he doesn't push like a crazy pace. So
at first I said draw because like I remember last fight, but that was Trinaldo that like got deducted.
That it was a split. It was a split against Trinaldo.
Wasn't there a point deduction?
Oh, yeah. So I was thinking point deduction. I think that was Trinaldo, right? That was so it wasn't
Trinaldo's a cheater.
So that's why.
Grant is a walking split decision, honestly. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Same as you, Mina. It's plus 1,100 on the Grant side, and plus 900 on the Honda side. Tim, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a no-brainer. You got 2 guys that are not going to grapple, going to be standing up. Like you said, the style from Dwight is that he has enough power that guys don't want to engage, but he also is so low volume that he's not going to clearly win fights. And then you add Kondusku is the same. I mean, like, he doesn't have super like great volume and doesn't have huge power either. So totally split decision all the way. Bet the same fight. Bet the same ones. 11-1 and 9-1. This split decision. Like, just if you don't want to pick either side, is 5-1 as well. So yeah, it's just really solid lines.
Yeah. So split decision for the 3 of us. I think there's a Sean or imposter. I have a feeling it's somebody on my stream. But we will move on. It is fight number 7. It is Jourdain Wright against Marc-Andre Barrio. Mina, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
I think I have Mark MAB like round 2.
Round 2 is plus 650. It's plus 650. MAB.
Yeah, mainly because of Wright. Yeah, I know Mark. I feel like he's coming in way too soon, but I think he's a little better. So I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he's better. I'm a Jordan Wright fader. I hate Jordan Wright. No, I don't like him, Chad. The guy is dude. He is 1 minute or bust. Okay, that's what it is.
That's
And
the
you know
best
what's
kind of fighter.
you know what's a good play?
It's
You know what's a
fun.
good
It's
play?
fun.
You
He's
like
fun.
Jordan Wright?
Under 60
Jordan
seconds.
Wright, and under 2.5 minutes is a good play. It's plus, I think it's plus 1,000 on DraftKings, and that's when he wins. It's under 2.5 minutes in every damn fight that he wins. He comes out like crazy. He hurt Silva last fight very bad early. Obviously, the guy's he's very explosive. He has a lot of power. Every damn one of his fights that he wins, if you look down his wins, every single one except one, his second fight went to the 248 mark. Every single one has been under 2.5 minutes. So the guy, and even in the UFC, the way he fights is he hurts you early, you survive, you kill him. That's how it is.
He lasted to the second round with Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, and then Joaquin.
No, but he almost died the first round.
And
Too.
I know.
I was murdered.
But I'm not giving that as my play. I'm just saying if you like the right side.
Yeah.
But
well, like, how do you guys think? Sorry.
Go ahead. What?
I was like, how do you guys think his chin is? Like, it's really
Wright's
fast.
chin is awful. Wright's chin?
Oh
No, I'm talking about Mark. This is the only reason why.
How is Mark's chin? Listen, here's the thing. Like how he got knocked out was he got hit behind his ear.
It's not a chin
and it was
thing,
just
yeah.
like that shot behind his ear knocks out most people. He didn't even get knocked out by that.
It's an equilibrium. It's an equilibrium thing.
Really, the shot that I'd be more worried about was the shot that he took when he was on his knee and then he came in for the kill. Like that's more the one. Like because everybody gets, if you hit him behind the ear, you could seriously knock everybody out with that shot. So
yeah,
I'm not too concerned on that.
Like
maybe his chin is good.
Like he had never been knocked out before that, and he's like the most durable, one of the most durable fighters.
It's not a chin thing,
right?
It's
but
not
he might be hesitant.
But he didn't
stiff.
take like a big beating. It wasn't like a big beating or
he's not even going to remember
behind
it.
the ear. What?
He's not even going to remember it.
Yeah, I mean, MAB
MAB
is in great shape. I mean, he's always comes in really good shape. Has a ton of cardio. I mean, his round 2, round 3 props.
Last minute,
like
right?
you gotta play him here. You have to play him, huh?
He's last minute, right? Jordan Wright, or no, Mark. So I think he's
What do you
last
mean?
minute.
Like a replacement?
I mean, short notice. Sorry, short notice. I think.
Short notice.
Yeah.
I think is not. It wasn't. It's MAB.
Mark.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Wright had a fight here. I don't remember against
Roman
Kopolov. Yes. So yeah. So he had a fight already. Yeah. MAB short notice, but he looked like he was in great shape. So he probably was already getting ready for a fight. Who knows? They probably told him, "Hey, listen." But yeah. Round 2, round 3 props for me here for MAB are gold.
Or round 1. You never know. Maybe he could just do it round 1. If Wright's just gonna go at him, like he's so defensively so bad, and he fights like he has an iron chin. I don't understand.
It's just he knows his wing. He probably has shit cardio. To be honest, he probably knows it. I don't know.
Okay, enough Jordan Wright slander.
Let's go to Tim so he can slander him.
Unless Tim is defending my boy, I don't want to hear this.
Here's the things. Here's the bets I've made. I've made a bunch of bets on this one. I really love the fight doesn't go. I can't believe it was lined at like minus 200 to start. I don't know where it's at anymore, but like I love that. I can't believe it should be like minus 400, right? So I love that. I bet that huge, obviously. KO1 for Jourdain plus 800. It's a must bet, always. First minute for Jourdain is 25 to 1. So I don't mind that. Like you could do the second minute at 25 to 1 as well. And I think the KO 1-2 for MAB is plus 240. And then if you start to get super greasy, which I want to, and I did, KO in minutes 3 through 4 and 4 through 5 in round 1 is 18 to 1 for Mark. And then KO in minutes 1 through 2 or 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 are 25 to 1 and 28 to 1. So it basically covers you for like round 1, round 2, and I think we don't see round 3 here. Normally you might see that round 3 KO from Marc-Andre Barrio, but not here.
Tim, you covered every damn prop on.
It's the beauty, like, but look at it. I didn't. It's not everyone. You go 1-2 is plus 240. KO 1 for Jourdain. Those are must bets.
Exactly. Exactly. Right there. Look at that.
Absolutely. I'll take it.
I don't think you missed the bet on this fight.
I'm calling now, guys. I'm calling now.
Okay, Chad. Give us a prop that was left over.
I thought you were gonna have a lot of play on this fight. That sounds like
no, I don't. But they're mostly on this fight right here.
What?
Okay.
We're on MAB fight.
Are there any props
ratings?
left?
I don't think so.
Jourdain Wright split decision. I don't know. Yeah, what else can you say? I mean, Jourdain Wright. I'll just defend him for my time here. Jourdain Wright is probably one of the best fighters in terms of enjoyment in the UFC. In terms of capping his fights, one of the best fighters in the world. You can watch his every single fight, in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. He's incredible. If more fighters were like him, we could make a lot more money. So I don't like the Jourdain Wright slander. He goes out there, on his shield, he tries to kill or be killed in 60 seconds, which how can you not respect? He's incredible. I love Jourdain Wright. I'll keep loving Jourdain Wright. I have a few bets on this. I won't go over props like Tim, but
I know you're on all the same bets I just made. I know you are.
I'm very exposed to this fight. But hedge your bets with Jourdain Wright round 1 KO. Pepe. Hedge your bets with Jourdain Wright round 1 KO. And I think I took MAB inside the distance. Also, that's not a Lambo play. But basically, if you hit those 2 bets, you're covered. I also hit unders. If this fight goes the distance, I'll be taking a little break with a broken knee.
Here's my thing. Why? I might be crazy, but why was the under 1.5 plus 130?
I don't know.
I bet
a
lot of money on it. I might get burned. I don't know.
There's 3 or 4 of those. There's 3 or 4 of those in this card where you're just like, this line is so trappy. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It is. It does look trappy, but I don't care.
Trappy.
Like, I don't care. I know how Jourdain Wright fights. If he switches it after 14 fights, God bless him. He's all of a sudden a point fighter. I don't know. But I doubt it. I don't think he's going to switch it. He's been knocked out before, and he's come back and did the same shit again. I don't think he's going to change. And, a lot of people saying MAB can't throw. It doesn't have a lot of power. But, listen, the guy, the way Wright fights is so non-defensive, so crazy that you don't need a lot of power. You just need to land on this guy.
Like 9 of 13 wins. 9 of his 13 wins are by KO. He throws harder than people think.
He's more of an attritional KO.
Right.
Just look at the Dalcha fight. Like, he almost had Dalcha out of there. Like, he got that Abu guy out of there. Like, a bunch of these fights, like Jung Young Park is like extremely, extremely durable. Jotko, same thing, very hard to get out of there. Like, those guys. So, like, Wright is not those guys. If Wright doesn't finish early, I'm thinking he's going to be finished soon thereafter. So, I'll give him some props. He's very, very dangerous early. It doesn't matter who you are, but he tends to fade pretty quick.
But 25 to 1 in the first 2 minutes for him is like, if you're going 8 to 1 on the KO 1, throw $10 on that. Each minute, dude. Come on, man. Jump on.
Let's move on. Fight number 8. It is Charles Jourdain going up against Lando Vannata. I will kick this one off. This might actually be the best fight of the night. It's very close. I think it's both guys are really good strikers. Jourdain is a little longer. Vannata here is, I believe, moving down in weight, down to 145. I want to say he fought at 55 before. Maybe not his last fight, but a couple of fights ago. Everybody says, like, if Vannata grapples, like, that's his path, like, he should grapple. But, like, even if he grapples here, like, is he going to actually hold Charles Jourdain down. That's the issue. Like, yeah, he might get a takedown. Yeah, he might get 2 takedowns, but the guy's not like a positional, like a good grappler. So I don't think he holds Jourdain down. Jourdain's gonna scramble up. He's pretty good with his get-ups. But I mean, I think both guys can be knocked out. I kind of favor Vannata's chin over Jourdain's. Like, Jourdain's been hurt by lesser people in the ring, like he in this fight against Kulabau, which I won't forget. You know, that fight was very, very hairy for him in that first round. Like, he was hurt very bad. But the guy is tough. The guy always comes on late in fights, like 3rd round, 5th round. I mean, you name it. This guy's throwing the kitchen sink at you late. So my Lambo play here is going to be Jourdain and Vannata by split decision. It's plus 475 on DraftKings. I think this fight is going to be close. Split decision plus 475. You know, if you like one side a little more than the other, then it's plus 900 on each side. But 475 by split decision for me. I don't have one side or other that I like more here. So, yeah, Tim, what do you got?
No. Chad, I'll drop it to you, man. Go ahead. I know what you want to do.
Yeah, I didn't want Tim stealing my play here. Plus,
I have bet it, and I did bet it. Just gonna say.
Yeah. Make Cheek happy. Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Well, sounds like, I also posted on Discord, so to be fair. But yeah, the crux of this fight, Jourdain loves to start slow. It's pretty obvious, right? He likes to lose round 1. He's one of those guys. Lando, very much the opposite. He comes shot out of a cannon. He comes out hot round 1. I think it's very likely for Lando to win round 1, edge round 2, and Jourdain to come out and shit kick him for a 10-8 in round 3 and make this a draw. My Lambo play is plus 8,000 on draw. And I mean, if we just look at prior fights, right? Pretty much every fight, Jourdain drops round 1. He has gotten a 10-8 recently. He got a 10-8 in round 3 in his last fight against Eells. Obviously, he beat the shit out of him before that, but I don't think he'll do so here against Lando. Jourdain also drew with Kulabau, right? He split with Andre Fili. He loves these kind of fights, and it's what he lives for. I think at those any draw odds, this is a must bet. Jourdain, bet the draw. If you can get plus 8,000 like me, insta bet. But you get what, plus 5,100 other places?
You're only making a case for Jourdain. How about the 2 draws that Vannata has on?
Yeah, sure. I don't want to go on too long of a rant, but yeah,
these guys, those are a little more important too.
Sure.
2 of them already.
But this draw is predicated for me on Lando getting 10-8 in round 3, rather than the inverse. So yeah. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer, and I did a sprinkle of round 3 Jourdain KO as well. I think is a no-brainer. I forget what the line was at, but
16-1.
Yeah,
it's 18-1, but the round 3 is 16-1. So I bet that.
Yeah, either or. I mean, he's going to go for broke in round 3. We know who he is. We know what he does. We don't know how Lando is going to look here. I'm not going to go into the weigh-in narrative, right, where they look like shit on the scales and then they come out and perform incredibly.
I gave up with that.
Julio Arce, last week, Drakkar Close, we don't know shit. I mean, so yeah, I like that. Bet the draw here, people. If it hits, you're part of something.
Yep, great play. The draw is definitely live here. Tim, sorry I stole your thunder there, but yeah. I thought Chad already stole your thunder with the draw.
No, you both did. It's all good. It's all good.
Right,
we don't steal anything here. We share everything.
Give us something different if you have it. But where do you get plus 8,000, by the way, Chad?
Bet 365.
Oh, we're screwed. Americans don't have that.
Yeah, some places
maybe they do.
Yeah, I think New Jersey has it. I was talking to Trot, but yeah, I mean, even at normal draw, it's plus 5,000, 50-1. Play it. It's a great bet.
Tim. Anything else?
Yeah, no, I've bet all these bets. I love the split decision prop plus 475, just in case it's a close battle, which I definitely can see. Chad and I see totally eye to eye on this one. First round, Lando has some success, and then midway through the second round, like you're going to start to see a little flip, I think. I don't mind the round 3 Jourdain either, but I love the draw here. I think it's a great call. Like three out of these guys' fights, like if you add up all their fights and you just say like, if you had one out of all of their fights, one draw, you'd be like, all right, mathematically it makes sense. Like, okay, there's 50 out of 50 times, you're talking 50-1, right? So now you have 3. So of course, like that means that all 3 options out of 50 have already been wasted. So there's no chance the draw comes here, but you definitely have to throw a shot at it because just stylistically, it's how they fight. And I don't mind those shots. Realistically, I do think the split is the best way to go. I just could be a very, very close fight where maybe Jourdain has some of them, maybe strikes a little bit more, but a little bit more volume, but Lando connects with some bigger shots. Yeah, I don't really know, but I'll go with split and the draws and around 3, just like Chad said. Love them.
All right. Draw, splits, all types of close stuff here. Mina, do you have anything different instead of our square split and draw plays?
Yeah, I like Lando here. I just think he's better than Jourdain. I think I don't know. People are saying, "Oh, stand up." Like technically, Jourdain's better, and like all the stats, he's defensively better. But when I watch with my eyes, I think he is not that great. He's so fun and he has great volume and all this stuff. But he doesn't throw any straight shots ever. All loops. I mean, he might have maybe better kicks, but I don't know. I do think this can be a close fight, but Lando did look good and against Grundy, and it was like grappling, and he defended a lot. I have no idea why that was a split decision. Shouldn't have been. He won every single round, all MMA decision. I don't know, that was weird, but he took Mike Grundy down, and like Mike Grundy's so good, even though he lost his like last one. I mean, he's decent, whatever. I just think Lando's better here, and I actually like Lando round 3. I like the splits and all that stuff, but I like Lando round 3 because I think if Lando's winning, I think like he's like gonna be hurting Jourdain a bunch. Jourdain probably gets dropped. Like I don't know. He lost to Rosa. Yeah, and he lost to Rosa, and he got subbed by Rosa, and like Lando got subbed by Ferguson in his prime. That's just way better. Like just competition is so different.
Vannata definitely has faced the way better competition. Yeah,
it doesn't even. He fought like Ars. I mean, who did he fight? What's his name? Eells. Like Ars already showed the game plan. A lot of people did, but like Ars. I mean, I know different way. It's just I don't know. He was still getting touched a bunch. I don't know. I just don't like.
I do agree with you that Vannata is the better technical striker. The problem is like volume and cardio wise, I do favor Jourdain, and that's where I think kind of like maybe but again, if Vannata starts working wrestling that he usually doesn't. He did against Green, but he usually doesn't. Like it might join him.
Running down.
He's good,
but I don't even think he needs.
Like here's the thing that Chad said. Like Jourdain gives up round 1 so often that I think in a fight like this, it's kind of bad because if you give up round 1 to Vannata like easily, and then I mean it's not like Vannata like gasses after round 1 because that usually is not the case. But I
think if you were saying Lando slows in round 3, maybe,
he does.
But but like I just think like if Lando's winning, like Jourdain's gonna be kind of like dropped, like just hurt, like I don't know, just.
I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. Like Lando can definitely hurt him. Like Lando can.
Like who has Jourdain finish? I'm just saying, like, or like I don't know. He beat the Rojo, who's 130. It's just like a bunch of 135ers. It's just I don't know. Kulibao,
I mean, Kulibao, he did not finish. Kulibao was a draw.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Just so many struggles.
He got a draw in that fight because he was in deep shit there, and the fight that he did look kind of good, and he lost. I think was the Feely fight. Like it wasn't a bad look to me, but
I think Feely's kind of overrated a little bit too. So
Yeah, he's just.
Oh no, I just like Lando. I just like Lando, but I
come on my friend's show and you just go head to head with me on everything I say. All right, noted.
That's what you want,
No,
right? You don't want
Bay was talking
like,
about
I
like
agree.
don't. She was saying all last week, she's like, don't bet Beza. Don't bet Beza. He sucks. And I
sure
didn't give me the heads
tried
up.
to tell us.
And I tried to
give me the heads up.
in the chat, when you guys are betting Askarov, I try to say no, Kai. I don't know if you remember, but Kai.
There's a few I can remember. They're painful.
I honestly
and I said Dern decision.
Like,
is so
I can't
high.
pick Jourdain and say Jourdain's gonna win this easily because there's no way.
Yeah, I know. I'm not like so confident, but I just think Lando should be the favorite. So like, I just like
I honestly, to be honest, like I don't see the round 3 at all with Lando. Because I think he's the one that slows down usually in round 3, and Jourdain is like much more dangerous guy.
It's just a feeling.
Yeah, I mean it's
I can see Lando points. I can see Lando points are split for sure.
Yeah. So it's not a Lambo play, but I do think looking at the live odds after round 1 is a good look too, depending on what it is. Lando wins round 1. You like Jourdain, bet him at good plus odds, right?
For sure.
You also might get a good Lando number after round 1 too, because they might assume that as well, and he's actually got the round then too. I agree.
Sure, depending on optics.
You guys think like Lando slows down that bad? Like I don't think
he does significantly after like this 10-minute mark. Like that, like he's like.
But if he's
like
having success, like pretty good success,
it's just he shoots in and out, and he takes time to he's explosive coming in.
He watches his work too much.
Those type of shots in the end of the fight is not as successful with him as he is in the beginning.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
It's
1 hour and 7 minutes in. We still have 4 more fights. We have to move on. Sorry to cut you guys off, but kind of short on time here, and it's fight number 9 only. It's Alexander Romanov going up against Chase Sherman. Tim, what do you got here?
I mean, are there props out on this right now?
Yes.
There are. I mean, I'll just go. I don't know. I don't have the lines, but I'll just go round 1 sub for Romanov.
I don't see it. I only see round 1.
Romanov. I don't think there's a line there. There is round 1, and it's minus 200.
Minus 225 on Bet Online.
Yeah.
Guess what that is? Yeah, that's trading in your car instead of winning a Lambo. You gotta trade in your car with that play. Yeah, I mean it's fine to pass this one. I mean, it was kind of last minute. So, Chad, what do you got?
Chase Sherman round 3 plus 4,000. Honestly, I may have been tempted to place like a couple dollars on Sherman late if Romanov didn't come in looking so lean and jacked. I think he's going to put the heavyweight division on notice now. Lean Romanov, he cut away all the fat, right? Like he made a significant body transformation in a short time. It's actually very impressive. And I think it speaks a lot on his work ethic at this point in his career, right? A lot of heavyweights, it's a lot easier to be a fat, sloppy boy. I mean, that's 90% of heavyweights. To be a fat, sloppy slob and then cut all that out in a short time and come in lean, I think he's trying to put it together and make a run for the top. He should kill Sherman here. I mean, the UFC gave Sherman a 4-fight extension so he would die on short notice. They doubled his pay for this. He knows he's a sacrificial lamb. He's going in there, get his paycheck, and then live to fight another day. He's going out in round 1. Let's be real. I saw Romanov. I just want to check to make sure. I saw that because his sub line is juiced, right? His KO line is plus 187. I think that's not a bad look either. I don't think a sub is necessarily guaranteed. He likes to do his Donkey Kong ground and pound. So, I mean, if you're going to play something, plus 187 for what is, pretty likely outcome, I think is a good look. But
is it round 1 KO is plus 180?
No, just KO.
So then round 1 KO is going to be like plus 250.
I don't know.
They don't have props on it.
They're not putting odds on it. I don't think.
They don't have any odds on it.
But probably if they do by fight time, you'll probably get something like that.
Yeah. So I don't hate that play at all. I think he kills him in round 1.
All right.
Yeah.
Mina, you don't have anything, I'm assuming, on this one?
I was I was thinking maybe like Sherman can win maybe like by points. I don't like because he actually goes to decision on like split this. I don't like that's maybe the only way because I don't really. Romanov seems pretty durable and maybe he does slow down and chases some. If he's surviving, that means like, you know, I don't know. Like I was thinking maybe with volume, you know, I know Chase kind of slows down, but you know, he's been to a bunch of 3-round decisions, you know, so I was like maybe he's live for a decision.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they gave him
obviously I think Romanov is gonna like do bad things. He better finish him in round 1 to be like this price.
I mean, first off, minus 2,500 is pretty stupid to me. Like, come on. Like, I mean, minus 2,500. Let's be serious. Like, I get it. He could take him down. He could smash him. He should. But minus 2,500 in an MMA heavyweight fight in a small ring, like where Chase Sherman can land something lucky early or something, or you like 2,500 is still stupid. Like, I don't care. I bet something really small when Chase Sherman was plus 1,500, just because I don't think it should be this type of line. Not to say that, you know, Romanov is probably going to kill this guy early, but I don't know what to make of like the lean Romanov, you know, where he's slimmed down a lot more. Because I mean, doesn't he use a lot of his weight when he's on top of people? Like it's just more weight that you have to get off of you. It's tougher. So I'm not sure. Like I know Romanov's gonna kill this guy. I know Chase Sherman sucks, and all of that is true.
Do you think Romanov? Sorry, I keep interrupting you. But do you think like Romanov's hands, like how are like? I don't even think
if he starts trading or stay on the feet with Sherman, then this line's complete insanity. Then it's so no. I think he's gonna take. Sure, he's gonna try to take him down. He's gonna try to take him down. He's gonna try to ground and pound or submit him, whatever. And yeah, of course, most likely.
Let's just say like Sherman runs away. Let's just say he's doing like he's just running. Like
Romanov is that type of guy. I mean, Sherman, first of all, is not the fleet feet type of guy that's going to be running away. Yeah. Second of all, it's a small ring. I think he's just going to take him down and smash him. But Chase Sherman, like whatever. I think here
it would be a funny scene to see Chase Sherman running away.
Isn't it usually a 3-fight deal with UFC?
Or they gave him 4 fights.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't it usually a 3-fight deal though?
They're not counting this one as a fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because they know he's going to lose. That's my point. Like, hey, we're giving you 4 fights, but you're going to lose your first fight. So really your contract starts after this first fight when you lose. So that's what I mean by that. So I think the UFC knows. They're just
people hating on Collier. Collier is good. He looks so good. See that head movement and everything? He looks so good to me. I
don't have a Lambo play here. I honestly don't have one. I mean, if you're going to take a shot with Sherman, I don't blame you. Like whatever.
But
what's the draw here?
Yeah. Yeah, this is not something but
we'll move on.
It's $1 million to 1 this time.
We'll move on to fight number 10.
I don't know, points taken.
It's fight number 10. It's Macy Barber against Montana De La Rosa. Chad, what do you got?
All right. Well, I might as well steal a little bit of Tim's thunder here. I can't even see the lines on split decisions. But that being said, Macy loves to fight in very close fights, and she loves to win fights that she has no business winning. That last fight against Miranda Maverick was a tragedy. Anyone that scored that fight for Macy, I think you can't be rehabilitated. So, and De La Rosa likes to fight in close fights too. She's 1 fight removed from a draw. I think this is probably a pretty close fight. And the split decision look on either side is good as a Lambo play. I don't have the line, so Tim's
7-1, 7-1, 11-1.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would have them ready since I
plus
can't.
Plus 475 if you want to just do split.
Yeah, honestly, any of those I think is a good bet here. It should be a close fight. If we're going, I mean, a bit more than a Honda play, I like De La Rosa as a dog here. she's been getting a little bit of love all week from people I know, and I like it. She's also very cute. So yeah, play the split here, or play a little Honda play on De La Rosa. I think you can't go wrong either way. But I hope Macy loses.
All right, split decision for Chad. Mina, what do you got here?
Yeah, I agree. It's like, yeah, if I don't do like split decision or decision, or I think maybe like round 3 Barber, because she's like slow and she kind of goes hard, and if she does think like Montana's her, she will like go after her, I think. And if they're going to be clinching, Macy's pretty good in the clinch, elbows. So I could see like a standing to go against the cage or something like that. But I think it does go to decision more often.
Barber round 3 is plus 1,600. She
plus
does have
2,100 KO.
Yeah, she does have finishes
maybe
in the
round
third.
2.
She does have finishes in the third round. Montana De La Rosa has been finished in the third round. And you're 100% right as far as like Barber going crazy in the third. She does it a lot. I don't know what the deal is early on that she doesn't, but she does go crazy in the third very often. But for me here, I like the De La Rosa side. I have a bet on her at plus 161. I think De La Rosa decision plus 275 on BetMGM is a pretty good look. I just think, Barber's extremely tough. I don't think she's going to get her out of there. But I do think she's the minute winner. I honestly think De La Rosa should be slightly favored or evens here. So getting plus 161 is kind of like a gift to me. So yeah, I went with the De La Rosa side. De La Rosa by decision, I played that too. It's plus 275 on BetMGM. Tim, what do you got?
You and I are going to go head-to-head on this one. We usually don't go hardcore head-to-head on fights like this. Yeah, I totally disagree. I don't think that Macy should be the favorite in this one. I don't agree that the line at like minus 200 where it was at for Barber, I thought that was ludicrous. But I do think she's got her covered on certain bases in WMMA, which are really, really big bases to cover. I think she has the physicality edge, which is huge. I think she is just generally stronger. I think that's De La Rosa's like path usually is when she is fighting fighters that have like, just she's got the edge in those, then she wins and she gets them down and she subs them and she can do her thing. I don't think it's going to be easy for her to get Barber down as much as people do. And I feel like I'm on with Mina on this one. I feel like the KO plus 380 is live. I think the KO 2-3 plus 750 and KO 3 plus 2,100 are there. I'll pick that. I think that if she goes aggro and full rabies round 3 like she does normally, I think she can get her out of there. So I'll take some shots in those.
All right, I got a rebuttal here because Montana De La Rosa, and that's first off, I do think Andrea Lee is stronger than Macy Barber, and I think she took Andrea Lee down 4 or 5 times. I don't remember. That's one, and I do think like even against Mayra Buena Silva, who's strong and a bigger, like she took her down a bunch of times. Like Montana De La Rosa is pretty strong. I don't know. Like Macy Barber,
she's not like Miranda Maverick strong.
Well, I'm not gonna say she's Miranda Maverick strong. I don't know. I mean, Miranda Maverick's been taken down by other girls. I'm assuming other than
she's like. My point is that I don't know. I don't agree on Lee versus Barber. I think that they're both pretty comparable.
Lee is pretty strong. I mean, for women's MMA.
It's just a different beast. But Bueno Silva can get knocked down by a stiff wind. Like it doesn't like there's not much there. I don't think like De La Rosa, like Barber also everybody's like shitting on her for what was it when she lost to Rada Ferry. It's like, dude, like there's so much context to her fights, and I don't think it's another thing too. It's like she clearly lost.
No, I don't take that away from her. I think she blew her knee in that fight. Like
she totally did. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people try to like payback fighters by like losing bets that they should have won. I lost on Maverick, and I lost by Maverick points, and it's like
no, you didn't.
But it's a different, yeah, right. It's the difference is it's like sometimes you have to go back and be like, do I really want to try to get payback on this fighter now in this situation, or do I think they're the better fighter? And I think in this situation, like there's no way you can tell me that if this fight stays standing at all that De La Rosa's live. I mean, she has to be like put the singlet on, look like Khabib and controller to look, to have any chance in this fight. And if she doesn't, she's going to get pieced up every time that she doesn't on the feet. Like she's not going to be doing well on the feet with her.
But no, you're right. But come on, don't make it seem like Barber's some elite striker.
She isn't. But she isn't. But it's enough. It's enough that
she's
it's like
better.
Yeah, she's significantly better.
How many people are elite strikers in women's MMA? Right.
Yeah, right.
Aggression and going for it is such a big positive, right? Because they don't.
Another thing is like, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Montana is like really slow, like so slow.
Mentally?
No, just
slow. Chad. All right, guys.
Slow. Her nose
Chad
is gonna
Chad
be
is
bloody.
messing around now.
Sorry, no. That was one little.
Let's move on. Fight number 11. It is the co-main event. It is Clay Guida going up against Claudio Puelles. We will kick this one off. Tamina, what do you got here? Mina, it's on you.
I think Guida is the side. I don't know, decision. I don't think anything crazy. Maybe round 3 again, because I've seen Puelles slow down. So round 3 or decision for
Guida round 3. It's currently plus 1,700. Yeah, I mean that's the play. That's the play I had. I bet it already, but it was plus 1,900 a little earlier.
Ooh.
And now it's 1,700. Guida round 3. He's got the way better cardio here, like way better. And the thing you got to think about here is,
did you watch him in Billy Q, like the grappling match?
Yeah.
I was like very, very impressed. He made Billy Q kind of tired, and
yes,
he made him kind of tired. He made him tired.
Yeah, I mean,
gas Billy Q, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I was like super impressed.
Look at the wins though for like Claudio Puelles. I'm sorry, the guy has 4 straight wins. I know. Guida's old, but man, Felipe Silva, Marcus Mariano, like Jordan Levitt, Grutzmacher, the wins are just very, very shitty on Puelles' side. I know he has a 4-fight win streak. I know, who has Guida beat lately, but Leonardo Santos is better than all those guys. I mean, Michael Johnson is probably better than all those guys. So it's like, yeah, who has he beat? Better guys, but who has he fought? Like, he's fought competitively against Bobby Green. Like, that fight was, I think by all accounts, it was 29-28, if I'm not mistaken, in that fight. Like, he fought Bobby Green to a 29-28 loss. Like, what happens to Claudio Puelles when he fights Bobby Green? He probably gets washed out there. So, like, Puelles' cardio sucks. And now he's facing a guy that he's never faced, a guy like this before, that grapples. So, Grutzmacher has good cardio and he's constantly coming forward, but he doesn't grapple like Guida. Like, Guida's nonstop. He's going to go nonstop shooting for takedowns here because, he's not fighting Mark Madsen anymore. And, the guy is very, very durable. We saw it in the Santos fight. I have no idea how he survived that fight and then took Santos out. But I think he breaks Puelles, man. And I'm just afraid he breaks him a little earlier in round 2, which is it's possible too. But round 3, it's plus 1,700 now. I still like it. I think it's a play you have to throw a little poke at because Puelles has bad cardio and Guida has unbelievable cardio, even though the guy is 40 years old. Tim, what do you got?
So maybe Puelles round 1 sub is live, right? Round 1 sub. Because like maybe he just throws like a crazy kick and drops Guida.
I don't even think it would take a crazy kick.
No,
I think Guida loves to put his head in bad places.
Yeah, I think it's guillotine or bust, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because Guida, otherwise, if you look at most of his subs, they're mostly guillotines. he's sticking his head in the middle instead of leaving it to the outside, basically.
Right. That's the only path to loss for Guida, honestly. I think is to get subbed in round one.
I mean, just look at most of his subs. They're like almost all, guillotines. I mean, there is rear naked chokes, but most of them are guillotines, I believe.
To better fighters. Also.
Yeah.
Far better fighters.
What do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go a little greasier than you guys. You guys are going chicken shit on your little 17-1s here with round threes. Like, I mean, have some courage, Going Clay by sub in round 3. 37-1. He's proactively hunting for subs. Like he has, if the only question in my mind is how much does Puelles gas, and does he actually like try to win the fight, or does he just commit to like, I've lost the fight, so I'm just gonna try not to get subbed? If he actually is trying to win the fight, he could get subbed in round 3. So 37-1. I'll take that. Give me a shot.
All right. 37-1 round 3 submission for Clay Guida. What do you got, Chad? I know you can't top that.
No, well, you guys covered pretty much. This is another fight where we're on the same wavelength. I'm on the Guida side here all the way. Obviously, it's not a Lambo play. Excuse me. But Guida round 3 was something I was looking at too, and I had played already at plus 1,600. I think, yeah, it most likely goes to decision, but if there's a finish, I think it's Guida melting him late. I do like the sub look. Tim just made me place a couple dollars on Guida by sub in round 3 plus 3,500. You can't go wrong for a few bucks there. I mean, I like the round 3 plus 1,600 plus 3,500 for sub. Hell yeah, why not? I think it likely goes a distance, but Guida finishing him late isn't out of the realm of possibility. But yeah, I'm backing Guida here. I'm glad Mina brought it up. The grappling match against Billy Q is very impressive. I know this isn't grappling, but this fight is grappling. Like there's not going to be too many strikes exchanged, right? He's going to shoot for the takedown instantly, and they're going to grapple. What's that?
What do you think about the split? Maybe.
I don't think the split is that live in this one, because I think Guida will be on top of him, and Puelles winning a round would be dependent on him winning a round off his back, which I think is very unlikely.
Right.
So I think Guida will clearly win rounds or get subbed early by doing some dumb shit.
Right.
Barring that, Guida money line is value. I mean, I know this is a Lambo play, but I love Guida here. I'm all over him. Maybe he comes out and he's old all of a sudden. It can happen, but until that happens, I'm riding Guida till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. That's what scares me too, though. Everybody is on Clay Guida. That's what scares me a lot. Like, honestly, I played him small just because I don't really trust Clay Guida. That's the thing with him. Like, he doesn't win decisively almost ever. So it's like, it's always a sweat, and it's not like you're getting, like, I would love to get him at like plus 200, right? Because even if it's a sweat, then you're happy with plus 200. But here it's like it's evens. It's not like, do you really want to sweat at evens? Like, no, because then if it's a sweat at evens, then that line is accurate because you don't really have value there if it's a big sweat. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Puelles round 1 kind of seems interesting too when they're dry.
As a hedge,
like it's by submission, it's like plus 1,100. That's not bad. But yeah, I mean, we're all on the Guida side. I hope he comes through for us.
I'll point out what Sean said though, Mike. There is a lot of people on Puelles on Twitter, like a lot.
Yeah, I haven't looked, but from everybody, like from everybody that was in Spaces and who I've put, everybody's been on Guida, man.
All the sharp people.
All the sharp people are on Guida. Yet has the line even moved? It's like no, right? Yeah.
It's crazy. We're talking about line movement, and
lines actually been there. He was 116 at some point, 130, 142 actually, and it went down.
Guida?
Wow. Yeah.
He was minus 142?
Minus 142 on FanDuel. and the line has gone down. So
when he was minus 130, minus 120,
money's been coming in on Puelles all week, just so you know. So
I know, but I was like, I don't really want to play Guida as a favorite.
But let's move on.
Yeah.
Before I move on, there is 36 of you in here. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. We appreciate it. Being here on a Friday night instead of being out and drinking Budweisers with Chad. But we stole him here for tonight, so he's here with us. But yeah, guys, thank you very, very much. Please hit the like below because it helps. Hit the subscribe. Get people to subscribe, please. It helps out a lot. It just helps out the channel in general. I want to get to 1K subscribers if possible. I'm only at like 550, I believe, but we'll get there one day. I'm pretty sure of it. It just takes some grinding like everything else. But with that being said, we will move on to the main event. The main event here is Amanda Lemos going up against Jessica Andrade. I can kick this one off. I'm going to get my Lambo play first. I think it's Andrade late. It's Andrade round 4, 1,600. Andrade round 5, 2,200. I know she doesn't have late round knockouts, but the girl has been, in 5-round fights. She has shown she has good cardio. Lemos has not shown very good cardio. That's what kind of worries me. In her last fight against Hill, she was substantially slowing down late in that fight. She did not look very good. And if that fight was a 5-round fight, I don't know what happens, right? I don't know. And then to top it off, Angela Hill is really not a big hitter at all. Jessica Andrade, she's a very big hitter. I mean, she's got power for women's MMA. So I'm going to go with that prop. But I am also going to preface it with saying that I think this line is off. I don't believe, this minus 220 should be there on Jessica Andrade. I just think the line's a little off here. I think Lemos, here's the thing. Everybody and their mothers was on the Lemos train prior to the Angela Hill fight. Let's be honest. Everybody, this is the next champion. She's going to fight for the belt, and she's killing everybody. And then she fights Angela Hill, and everybody's opinion now changed. So it's like, I don't think one fight says it all here. Like, I think Lemos is still very talented. She has a lot of power. And, Andrade has shown that she can be knocked out and she can be hurt. So Lemos was very dangerous early. That's what I'll say. Tim, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think the hype on Lemos is just, I bet a ton of money on her in these fights where she's just absolutely mismatched in most of the fights that she before the Hill fight, right? I mean, like the Hill fight was clearly her biggest step up in competition. And I mean, let's face it, like she almost killed her with the knockout in the first round. And I think that that would kill a lot of fighters. The shot that Hill took. I think Hill's like tragically underrated. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but anyways, yeah, I think Lemos is like KO 1-2 is not a bad look, plus 650. But I would take like if you're on Andrade and you want to hedge with that, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Or KO 1 is like plus 1,100, something like that. But I think as this fight gets going into rounds 2, 3, and 4, I think that's when Andrade is just going to start to break her. I don't want to pick a round between those, so KO 2, 3, 4 is plus 490 for Andrade. I like those a lot. I don't think it hits round 5, but if it does, I'll take maybe a little sprinkle on 5 just to, just cover my bases. I do think the line, like you're saying though, I do think the line is actually kind of justified. I do disagree there. Like I think that, I mean, it's not just the Hill fight. It's like, look at the people who Andrade is losing to. I mean, she's losing to just the absolute killers, and she's coming down. Like she's fought at 135, she's fought at 125. I mean, this is going to be 115. Like it's just a fight where she's just got the strength. She's got the volume. It's tough to see Lemos like by points in my mind. So it's like I think that the line is kind of close. I think it's right. I don't think it's way off at all.
All right. Line is right on Tim's side. He likes. Do you have a bet on
I have a bet on Andrade. I got it in at minus. I think it was minus 170, and then I added minus 180.
All right.
I think those are great lines for it.
Fair enough. Tim is on the Andrade side. Chad, what do you got?
I love this fight. I'm going to be real with you guys. I do like Lemos, but I'm not on her side here. This is, other than Jourdain, Vannata, this is probably the second best fight of the night. I have a few Lambo plays here, but just to get into it, Andrade has some of the best striking volume in the women's divisions, in all the divisions. She, especially as the fight goes longer, she pours it on, and it's not worthless volume either. She throws heavy, and she kills people. Let's be real. She's lost to the best of the best. So what? Her fight against Rose, she was starting to turn the tides, and you can say, well, Rose would have fought differently if it was a 5-rounder, but round 3 of that fight, Rose was in trouble. And Andrade just does that to people. If she doesn't kill you early, she pours the volume on, and she gives it to you. So we're looking at Lemos here, who I think is a very good prospect, but she just went to war with Angela Hill. Yes, did she almost kill her in round 1? Sure. Angela Hill, great chin. You got to give it to her. I scored the fight, Lemos. It was close, but at the end of the day, you went like life and death with Angela Hill, right? Where, Andrade is fighting Shevchenko. She's fighting the elite of the elite. She kills people. Her knockout against Carolina Kabalshevich, probably the nastiest women's MMA KO, because you don't normally see women flatline someone with their hands like that, right? You see the KOs with the elbow like Molly McCann, or with the head kicks, Jessica Ai against Val, but to straight up knock someone out cold with your hands is very rare in women's MMA at the higher level. It doesn't happen. So Andrade is packing serious power. She has the giant cardio edge here. I don't see how you can back Lemos here. Lemos round 1 KO, fine. You want to bet that? You like her? I'm cool with it. I love that you said round 4, Mike, because I have Andrade round 4 KO in one of my DGen parlays. I think plus 1,700 is a great bet there. I don't think Lemos' cardio is horrible, but I think she's going to get melted by Andrade anyways. I don't expect her to die that early. She's tough. She throws hard. It's not out of the realm of possibility she KOs Andrade, round 1. I don't think it'll happen, but as the fight goes on longer, round 4, round 5, just attritionally, I see Andrade melting her. And that's just me. I love the cardio and power. When you're throwing heat like that, how do you not love it, right? So Andrade round 4 plus 1,700, or round 5, you can't go wrong.
All right, all over Andrade's, Chad. Yeah, Mina, did they save anything for you?
Kind of. Andrade's like one of my favorite fighters, so yeah, like I'm pretty biased towards her. But I do think, Lemos has the technical striking, and she's fast. So if Andrade, is in space, I really could see her get dropped or something crazy. And but I hope she wins. And I think, okay, so like, why can't Andrade finish Lemos round 1? Because I remember when I was watching the Angela Hill fight, I kind of saw her get rocked in that end. It was like round 1, I'm pretty sure. Wobble, not like she wasn't like hurt or really. I swear I saw her kind of like fall back to the cage or whatever. But I think I like Andrade round 2, because I think Lemos kind of like had a second wind a little bit in round 3, and I think it dumped off in round 2. So I feel like, Andrade's like gonna fight one way. Like I've literally never seen her tired. So like, if she's gonna slow down, I just think it's round 2. round one end of it.
Alright.
And it's like weird because when Andrade hears like sometimes when she hears like that 10-second mark, she'll just go. It's because she knows. So she knows like maybe the person's like, oh, I can just hold on. But I don't know. She just goes. So I don't know. I think Andrade can do it in round 1 or 2. Or decision. Right. Andrade can win a decision too. So
Andrade
I don't know.
1-2. That's Andrade 2 is actually
it's plus 600.
Plus 750 on FanDuel. If you have FanDuel, it's plus 750. Not a bad look. The one thing I will say is
sorry. Let me just say, maybe round 1 Lemos sub. If she drops
whoa.
If she drops Andrade.
That is hot. That is a hot take.
That is a hot take.
Well, if she drops Andrade, you saw like, you know, she has a like
Andrade has definitely been subbed before. I don't remember how many times, but I know she's been
she was subbed at 135, but that's her like slamming the girl to the ground and they like grabbed an arm or whatever. Like
it's
the I remember
30.
Yeah, I think it's definitely live, I think.
Yeah, I mean
she's been subbed twice.
Yeah, twice. Okay. I know she's been subbed. I don't know how many times.
Twice.
And the Mary Renault one, she dropped Renault.
Another
beating her up.
Another thing that's interesting is the fact that, you know, Andrade is tough and everything, but man, she's been dropped. I want to say
Angela Hill dropped her.
Yes, Angela dropped, I think, 3 or 4 times in the UFC. I'm not exactly sure.
Hill,
maybe more.
Well, Angela Hill, Rose.
Rose definitely dropped.
I don't know. I think the Wei Li might be considered.
Yeah. Wei Li definitely is considered. Wei Li is considered for sure.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's 3 right there that you named.
She's never been knocked out like cold.
And listen, Lemos.
Andrade has never been knocked out cold though.
Lemos hits very hard.
As hard as Rose does.
Yes.
As hard or harder.
Who, Rose? She hits harder than Rose.
She hits harder than Rose. But the kicks from Rose are where she kills people.
She hits hard. I mean,
I think Lemos kicks harder.
Because Andrade is so reckless, right? She's reckless when she's throwing. Let's be honest.
She's better now, though. She's been getting better.
Her head movement has considerably improved.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk,
when she's throwing, she's reckless. You know, hands are down, looping.
Hands are down, huge loops.
When she killed KK, she
throws them so fast. She throws them
she's
so
one
fast.
away Silva.
And Lemos is more.
Lemos could come in and just check hook easily.
Definitely catch her.
And she can catch her the same thing. It was the same thing she caught Montserrat Ruiz with. Like, she can absolutely catch her.
She has a ton of power. I mean, let's be honest. Round 1 KO on each side is very live.
Yeah.
So, depending on
I definitely think that one's tough.
If Andrade is smart here, she should grapple, honestly. She can get a bunch of takedowns, control her a little, but she has the better cardio. She can, zap out some of that cardio out of her, which zaps out some of her power. So if
Andrade in the pre-fight interview already said like, oh, Lemos is coming from like the most humid part of the world, and she's coming to the desert. She won't be able to breathe.
Well, also if you look at when Andrade fought Torres, she picked her up and fucking slammed her real quick.
10 times.
Like
10 times. No, she stood and striked with her.
She will do that too, but like God, maybe her coach is like, hey, just take her down round 1, slam her. That's fine. Like drain the gas tank and then knock her away.
She could also just cage push against her too.
Yeah, because Lemos goes like she just backs herself to the cage all the time. So
she could push her and then just slam her. Totally.
With a good game plan, Andrade is minus 300, in my opinion. With a good game plan.
More.
I'm being fair. Like the fairest I could be, because the round 1 bonk for Lemos is
have to line that into it for sure.
Scary. I'm like nervous for my girl. I'm just like, because why is Andrade taking this fight? Because honestly, she doesn't really have anything to gain from this, and Lemos has everything. So
she's like a gatekeeper to the top.
Yeah, she likes to kill prospects now at
Yeah,
this point in her career.
Yeah, she's like a
All right.
gatekeeper for the best.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up. It's been an hour.
Mike has had a long day.
Hour and 45 minutes. We also need there's 3 things in life, and Tim knows them. What are they, Tim?
Death, taxes, and mushroom asking for a Lambo parlay.
Oh, I didn't prepare one.
Look at this.
I didn't
What did I
prepare one.
say? That's taxes and mushroom asking for Lambo parlay. He can't help himself. The guy has to ask, even though we're going to give it to him. But with that being said, Tim, give the man your Lambo parlay so we can wrap this pod up.
All right, we're just going to do a 3-legger. We're going to get a little greasy.
It's called the Lambo part. 3 legs.
Yeah, dude. It's 110 to 1.
That's weak.
Is that big enough?
No.
All right. Arichi Lang,
If I
KO
didn't-
2. Tyson Pedro to win in round 1. Mark Andre Barrio, KO in round 2. 110 to 1.
All right, 110 to 1 for Tim. Chad, you didn't have one prepared. What do you got?
I was joking. Of course, I prepared one for my boy here. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot spicier than Tim's weak parlay. I got, all right, Jessica Andrade, round 4 KO. Clay Guida, decision. MAB KO. Charles Jourdain to win on points. Alexander Romanov KO. And Tyson Pedro round 2. $1 to win $5,616.29.
Holy Moses, you guys just got a Lambo parlay.
That's a Lambo parlay, fellas.
So if they put $10, you're telling me they can win 50 grand?
Easily. And I think that's very
Well,
live.
if they put
It should be-
100,
yeah, it should be like minus
they can
300.
actually buy a Lambo.
Put $100 on that.
Buy a
and
Lambo.
Get back. Listen, if it hits, just
Simple-
donate me a few
It's
bucks.
a simple 1 unit. It's a 1 unit parlay for sure.
Listen,
All
if
right.
I was in a different life, I would track that on BetMMA with 11 units.
Look what
100%.
Tajik just said. Swap
Swap
Romanov
Romanov.
with Sherman, and you're on your way.
So he likes the rest of the parlay. That's good news.
Here's the only thing I think I'm dead being dead honest. Like, just, if you don't get greedy with Andrade, who I think potentially wins in round 4,
Fucking getting greedy.
like
That's like really
you
specific.
might hit that,
That's
dude.
really specific.
Okay, yeah, we'll see who's specific
All
when
right.
it happens.
Mina, do you have a Lambo parlay?
Yeah, I only have 3 also.
All right. what is
I have Andrade round 2, Clay Guida round 3, Vannata round 3. I don't know why. I just feel.
And I'm greedy. And I'm greedy.
what is that? Do
I
you know
didn't
what
say
that
KO.
means?
It's 214,100. I don't know why that's so hard
What?
to read.
214. So it's
Thousand.
214 to 1, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
214 to 1. Wow. All right. Well, I can't mess
easier.
with Chad's one, but I can
No
give
one
you
can.
guys a good one. It's I'm gonna go with Lynn's KO at plus 310, Guida round 3 plus 1700, and MAB round 2 plus 650, and that thing will give you 500, so 55,250 for $100. So it is 550 to 1. It's not bad at all. Yeah, but with that being said, we're gonna wrap this show up. We've been going on for an hour and 15 minutes. 50,
Hour 40, 48.
hour 50 minutes, yeah. So
For this card.
Great
Um,
card. Great
for
card.
this crappy card, but hey, we made the best of it. We gave people their Lambo plays. But with that being said, I will kick it off to Tim. Tim, please let them know what you have going on. I know you got something going on tomorrow with my buddy Sean and my buddy Tajik. And what else you got going on?
This show with you every week. Love it. Thanks, Mina. Thanks, Chad. You guys are awesome. And then we do the spaces on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We'll be doing the undercard prelims tomorrow. We usually do it around 1:30 Central Standard Time. So,
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Tim, as usual. Chad, where can they find you? Where can you pester them at? And You know, what else you got going on?
Oh boy. Well, you can find me on Twitter. MMA Giga Chad. That's all I got. I'm not selling any products, but if you follow me, you'll get pretty shitty memes if that's what you're looking for. But DM me. I'll talk serious in DMs about fights and whatnot if you guys actually care. But yeah, my Twitter game is mostly just nonsense.
Sean says Minna was a great guest.
I agree.
Takes.
Oh,
Very
thanks.
good takes, Minna. Minna, thank you for coming on. Tell all the people where they can find you, and if you have anything going on, let them know.
I'm gonna be like Tajik. You guys don't need to find me. I'll find you. I don't really have anything.
Wow, she took Tajik's line.
Oh shit!
Don't find her. She will find you. Tajik must be laughing his ass off in chat right now.
That's copyright infringement.
That's a good one. All right. Yeah, so you guys can find me at NarcoCop on Twitter. You know my YouTube channel. I'm usually in spaces shooting it up with Sean and Tim and everybody else that's there.
Are we going to do the recap on Sunday?
Yes. I was just going to mention that.
Oh, God.
And then,
only if I win.
We're going to do a recap. I'm doing a recap on Spaces with Tim every Sunday at 12 p.m. We just basically go over our wins, our losses. We're celebrating or crying. Last week, I was crying. Tim was happy. So, hopefully this week we'll all be happy and be cashing these tickets. So thank you, everybody, and let's win some money tomorrow. Take care.